back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It's Vlogmas day whatever, I don't even know what day it is. It's the 18th, it's Saturday. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I am just now sitting down in front of the camera and it's 3:30 on Saturday. Have not been doing a whole heck of a lot today. You guys, I am so red. I just looked up. Oh, you would have thought that I did like a major workout or something. No, right before I sat down to film this little clip, I was up cleaning my living room. And I cleaned for like 15-20 minutes. And as out of breath as I am and as red as I am, you would have thought I ran a marathon. I'm so out of shape, and our house, I was gonna say was trashed. It's still trashed. It's just less trashed now. I did film a couple clips of me tidying up my living room a little bit. I don't know if I am overlaying myself with that footage now or if the footage was too embarrassing to show you, because it was a hot mess in here. And you guys know I do try to keep it real here on my channel, but some things are just better left off the internet. I used to film clean with me videos regularly here on my channel and showed all the mess, and looking back on that footage now, I'm kind of embarrassed that I put that sort of thing on the internet. I think there's a fine line between keeping it real and like too much information. And admittedly, my family and I are not tidy people. We are all very much the type to take something out of a cabinet, use it, and then set it on the counter instead of immediately putting it away. We're very much the type to let dishes stack up. We're just not naturally tidy people. We don't have those habits ingrained. And so a combination of that and the fact that my home is so small, there's always a lot of clutter, there's always a lot of chaos. And whenever I go to clean, it's always an event. So that's what I've been doing today. I spent the morning actually hanging out with my hubby because he did not go hunting this morning because we had a ton of rain. So we had just like a leisurely morning hanging out, chit-chatting, having coffee, that sort of thing. But then as soon as he left to take off hunting, I buckled down, cleaned up a little bit. There's still a lot I could do, but I'm feeling a lot better about the state of my home right now. One of the things I really want to try to do in the new year is get better about like routine cleaning, taking care of the things on a day-to-day basis that a lot of times I'm just lazy and put off until later. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom and because I can make my own schedule, I always think that I'm gonna have more time later to do things. But then by like the evening time, when my husband's home and the kids are home, I don't want to tackle anything because I want to spend time with them. So a lot of the like day-to-day stuff, dishes pile up, laundry piles up. I guess this is another little confessional for you guys. I feel like I'm coming clean about my messy house and our messy habits. But it's definitely something you guys are going to hear me talk about again when you watch my goals video. If you watch that goals video, if I ever manage to get it up, is just how I struggle with keeping my house clean. And that's like my #1 job, right? Like if I worked full-time outside of the home and my house was chaos, it would almost be justified because there's just not enough hours in the day and I work so hard. But I mean, my job is to keep the house and take care of the kids, and I don't have toddlers anymore. I have teenagers who don't really need me a whole lot. So like the main thing that I have to do on a day-to-day basis is keep the house clean and stay on top of the laundry and the dishes and stuff, and I struggle with it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I also suffer from chronic pain from my back injury, so I let that be my excuse a lot of the times. So definitely something I need to tackle in the new year. I feel like my goals this year are the same goals as every year. Like the same goals everybody makes. Keep my house clean, take care of my health, you know, blah, yada, yada, yada. Same goals I always make, but I'm hoping that I can tackle them in a new way this year, something that I can actually stick to and have it be sustainable and yada, 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 all that. So what else are we gonna do today? Austin has soccer, but not till 10 tonight. So I feel like we've got plenty of time between now and then to tackle some other things. I've got some more houseworky type things I want to do. Get my kitchen cleaned up. I don't have too many dishes. Luckily I'm caught up on dishes, but the kitchen itself is kind of chaotic. So I want to work on that. And I want to answer some Christmas cards and that sort of thing. Work in my planner, you know, same old, same old. I do the same darn thing every single day, it seems like. So if you guys are still hanging out with me, sticking around with my Vlogmas after seeing the repetitiveness every day, I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. And my cat just knocked over all the boxes I had stacked up to go out to the trash. So thank you, Jax, for making more work for me. It's the same cat that knocked over my Christmas tree yesterday. He's a troublemaker. All right, you guys, so I am super excited about the advent calendar today. I've already been spoiled about what is in it because I made the mistake of watching Vlogmas videos this morning before I, you know, did the thing. So I hope they can see you, Austin. Say hi. There you go. So anyways, today's day 18. I'm really excited about the tea because it's one I haven't tried before. It is Zest Wishes, and I was reading the description of this on the David's Tea website, and it sounds like it's right up my alley. It's citrus. There's some cardamom in there. It smells incredible. So really excited to have this cup of tea today. So I'm going to get it all put into my steeper here and get it going. I've already boiled my water, so that's all set. And I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. I hope I do. There's definitely been some bummers that I haven't liked in the advent calendar this year. I feel like there's been more kind of misses than there was last year. But this one I do have high hopes for. Alright, so I grabbed myself a little snack. I got some orange segments here. I'm going to have my tea, which smells amazing. Here's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can even see it. I don't want to tip it too far and end up spilling it. And my clear teacup, I think, is actually in my room at my desk. So, oh, this smells so good. Sorry for the sipping sounds. That's really good. It's very cinnamony and citrusy. I really, really like that one. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but that's one of my new favorites. So I just finished the book I've been reading, Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. When I talked about the last book I read, a couple of you said you were really interested in hearing me do other book reviews or thoughts on what I'm reading. There was somebody mentioned we should do like a book club or something. I don't know about all that, but since I did finish this book just now, I thought I would give you a brief rundown of what I thought of it and tell you whether I think you should read it too. This has been getting a lot of really good reviews. I've seen it a lot like on social media, on BookTube, Bookstagram, that sort of thing. So that's what made me want to read it. And I really liked it at first. And see, this is the same thing I said about the last book, Where the Crawdads Sing. I liked the first part. I liked where it was going, but it sort of fizzled out for me towards like the middle, and then the end sort of redeemed itself a little bit. So this book is about a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Wright, who go off on a weekend getaway to Scotland to try to work on their marriage. And it's pretty immediately obvious that there's like something weird about this place that they're going. Is it haunted or what's going on? Something weird. And it's switching back and forth between the point of views. You're reading from the husband's perspective and the wife's perspective. And that was really interesting, the way that was written, with it going back and forth and kind of hearing what each one of them was thinking or that sort of thing. And also something else that was interesting about this book is that the husband has face blindness, which was a plot point that I hadn't ever really read about before. But immediately upon reading that and hearing that, I sort of predicted where some of this might go. And I didn't predict it correctly, exactly, though that prediction did kind of play a part in it. Anyways, you go through the whole story and it's jumping back and forth and these weird things start to happen, like doors that were locked all of a sudden were unlocked, and then their dog ends up missing, and there's like all of these things. And interspersed with the point of view of the wife and the husband, there's also these letters that the wife wrote her husband on their anniversary each year, and it's sort of like giving you the backstory of this relationship and that sort of thing. So it's all interspersed, and that was really cool. I liked that a lot. As we kind of moved through the middle to the end of the story, it sort of started to get dragged out, and then there were these really like clunkily written red herrings that you could tell were the author trying to misdirect you. And I don't know if it was her intention to make us realize as we were reading that it was clunky and that it was quite obviously a red herring or not, but it was very much so obvious and sort of took me out of the story. Like, it was just like a random fact thrown in randomly into a chapter, and it was just like so obvious that it was there to try to make you think that something was happening that wasn't. So I didn't really like that. And then when it came to like the first big twist of the story, I had sort of seen it coming and I was sort of piecing it together by then. So when the twist was kind of revealed, I was like, oh yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I thought. Then there was a second twist, which I didn't see coming at all, and that sort of redeemed it for me at the end. But there was a whole like section in the last like third of the book before that little extra twist that I was sort of let down by. So overall, not my favorite book ever, but I did enjoy reading it. I'm glad I didn't buy it. It's one of the things I love about going to the library. I have this thing where if I really, truly, desperately love a book, I have to own it. And so going to the library, borrowing the books, reading them, and then if it's like a desperate favorite, I'll go ahead and purchase the book because I am the type to reread books that I truly love. Like, I've read the Harry Potter series probably 100 times. But this one is not one that I would purchase, not a desperate favorite or anything, but I did enjoy it while I read it. So if I were to give it a star rating, like on Goodreads or whatever, I'd probably rate it 3 stars, just kind of mediocre. Not the best book I've ever read, but not a total waste of time either. So if you like sort of like mystery thriller type novels, you might like this one. You might enjoy it. Like I said, some of it was good. I was really hooked at first because I liked some of the characters and I liked the way the story was being told, but it just sort of lost me at the end. So that's my book review for Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I can return this to the library now and start up another book. The other thing that I have been reading, you guys know, I read that Dana K. White Decluttering at the Speed of Life. That book, really enjoyed that one. I actually got a lot out of it. 5-star read for me. I enjoyed it. It was helpful. Then I started listening to her other book on audio, and I don't know what it's called. Give me a second to look it up. It's something about cleaning. It was the first book she wrote, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. I guess she also has a podcast and a blog, and apparently she's like a really well-known person that I had no idea about. How to manage your home without losing your mind. This one I don't like quite as much. I'm not done with it yet, so I can't say that with 100% certainty, but it's just kind of really obvious stuff that I kind of already knew, common sense stuff. The decluttering tips and stuff that she had were things that I will definitely put into rotation with decluttering and cleaning my house, which is going to happen. But like the second book, I guess her first book, but the second book I read, I'm not finding quite as helpful. There was a book that I read by Casey Davis that I really liked. that had some really great tips that I don't remember the title of it, but I will list it in the description box below. That one I really recommend. This one, so far, like I said, I haven't finished it yet, so don't quote me, but this one I'd say you could skip, but definitely read Decluttering at the Speed of Light, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, especially if you're someone who's kind of messy and has a lot of clutter to deal with and you're not really sure where to get started. I did find that one incredibly helpful. All right, you guys, so this vlog has gotten quite long because I've been especially chatty, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what your cleaning routine looks like if you have one. Do you follow a specific cleaning method, Fly Lady, Clean Mama? Do you have your own cleaning schedule? Are you super sloppy like I am and you just kind of clean up when you can? I know a lot of you work full time, you're super busy, so you just probably fit it in wherever you can. I don't know how many of you that watch me are like stay-at-home mamas, but either way, I'd like to hear what sort of cleaning routine you follow. I would definitely find that helpful because I've got a lot of work to do in this house and I've got a lot of work to do on myself in getting myself prepared to do this cleaning and you know, stay on track with it. So I'd love to hear from you. That's your question of the day. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching with me today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. I would appreciate it so much. We're getting awfully close to Christmas, you guys. Vlogmas is almost done. Can you believe it? All right. Good night, friends. Bye.